Boys, it's game time. It's day 8, right? Day 8 of the masterclass. If you've been around since the beginning and you're still here, I appreciate you being here. From the bottom of my heart, I really do. And I told you guys we saved the best for last, and I wanted to see if you guys nailed it. So the answer, I'm not going to be like, well, you guys got it, you guys didn't. You'll just, here's the answer. The brachialis. This is why it's my favorite part. This is why I saved the best for last, because you guys know I'm a brachialis supremacist. And it's because people think of it as the forearm, right? But the forearm is also a part of the arm. And I was thinking about making that also, a different video on its own, but forearms are a little bit more intricate. It deserves its own thing. You know what I mean? But I want to talk about the brachialis, because the brachialis not only absolves you of a lot of injuries that people have. Like when people talk about I have elbow pain, or even wrist pain, if they simply actually did exercises that bias the brachialis, they'd probably eliminate 95, 99% of their problems. Legitimately, that's what happens. A lot of times when people say I have this weakness or like this pain, it's a weakness. This is hurting me, it's probably because it's a little bit too weak. The answer to most of your problems is strengthening. Legitimately. And that's what I love about the brachialis, because it actually makes your grip a lot stronger. And if you have strong grip strength, I'm telling you this right now, your level of injury proneness, if that's even a word, but the point is your percentage chance of getting injured and tweaking stuff goes down significantly. Because all it is, like, injuries are just overcompensations of your body. If you can't lift a certain amount of weight, then that's where a lot of smaller muscles get introduced, including your wrist sometimes. And that's why sometimes, this hurts, my elbow hurts, is because you have weaker forearms, right? But that can be solved by simply understanding how to target the brachialis. Because here on this page, we are brachialis supremacists on top of superset supremacists. So what we do is we're going to bridge the gap on both. We're going to pick an exercise we care to progress on the front end, and on the back end, pick an exercise to take that muscle to complete failure. I recommend isolation because it's a lot easier to do so. Listen, if you're new and you're just catching part 8, you're going to want to go back all the way to the beginning. All of this stuff will make a ton more sense if you have, because the way we do things is a little bit more particular, because this is the natural way of doing things, because the natural crusaders are on the rise. The naturals, they're walking into their own. So what better way to end off the arm masterclass, day number 8? And I am kind of sad, by the way, because I don't know. I like doing stuff like this. I like doing stuff like this, something that's a little bit different in my head. That's why I did it. I'm like, I don't want to give them the same stuff they're used to, and I got to play. I want to try this. I want to try that. Who knows? Maybe this thing, people are like, this sucked. All right, then I know not to do it next time. But regardless, let's get into it, because we need to wrap this up correctly. And the way we can wrap this up correctly is by hitting the brachialis. Let's go. All right. Come on, man. Lock it in. Elbows locked in. We're going to start off with a reverse grip barbell curl. This is an absolute classic, man. If you don't know how to hit the brachialis, just lean in on this. That's why I picked it for this video. It's really tough to beat. It's perfect. It locks in your elbows. You almost want to bend the bar with it as you do it too. Stretch it. Full extension. Come up. Come on. Cheat. It's okay to cheat. Lower slope. Just to extend out the set. But guess what? Like I said, we are superset supremacists, right? You think I just say that stuff for fun? So what I do is I'm actually going to do the same exact thing, but with dumbbells. And the way I like to do it is with the death grip. So instead of me going like this like I did on that one, because I think it's better to do with the barbell, I prefer hitting the death grip, right, with the dumbbells. And this is just going to help me take these muscles to complete failure. Come on. I'm zapped, dude. I actually might go a little bit heavier on that one. I might go a little bit heavier on that one. I felt like a little bit of distance. So that's what we're going to do. We'll go a little bit heavier. Nothing crazy. Quick 20 pounds with the little naturally induced cambered bar, as you guys know. If you're new here, you'll know that this bar has taken years of abuse and that I did not buy the bar this way. It just happened to work out that way. All right, let's sit down for a quick break. Yeah. So the reason why I love supersetting this way is because you're locked in for a little period of time. It's going to be hell for the next 2-3 minutes. You know, you're just kind of just curling. But notice, it's quality. It's quality over quantity. In the beginning, you have to learn everything through quantity. It's the only way we ever learn what quality is, really. You might get lucky, you know, you learn quality off, you know, quick amount of, you don't need that much quantity. That's when people say, oh, you're talented, you know. Just basically took you a lot less time than it typically takes somebody. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter. You get there quicker, great. If you don't, it's not like it really matters at the end of the day. But point is, as soon as you nail it, that's just free reins for gains, baby. Like, it just happens over and over. And that's why I love this framework, is because it's the first framework I ever found that finally got me to the goal that I wanted. That was it. This way of lifting fixed everything for me. I used to have that weightlifter chub, where it's like I could never ever have any vascularity. I never thought I would get a bicep vein in my life. I'm not kidding. I genuinely, I was like, oh, I'll never get one, but that's fine. You know, those are my genetics, whatever it is. But it's just because I didn't know how to ever get down to a low enough body fat. And that's why I love working out this way, because in a weird way, we're kind of instilling cardio. Not like actually cardio. I don't want someone to be like, dude, you know, actually, who gives a shit? They can kick rocks. But real talk, I'm out of breath through a lot of my lift. And it's because it's constantly high pace. It's rest periods and then back on the saddle. Rest period, back on the saddle. But my rest periods really aren't that long. And the way I dictate is the moment I feel like, oh, I can get quality reps right now, I get up off my ass and I get right back to it. That's exactly how I do it. Instead of being like, well, a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Well, thing is everyone's intensity is going to be a bit different. Like, sometimes my intensity on some of my sets are like, I came in under then, you know, like, I'm not happy about the way I came in on that set. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I could have done a little bit more. Obviously, I need less rest because I didn't instill that type of intensity. But if I killed it and my intensity was nuts, you might need a little bit of extra time. But it doesn't mean you just give it to yourself. You know what I mean? Like, the point is you're constantly in your head like, well, as soon as I can go back on the saddle and get quality reps, I'll go. Because if you went too quick, what would happen? You'd get maybe 2-3 reps, and that's kind of quitting in of itself. You know what I mean? The point is you want to rest literally just enough to give a valiant effort to the set once again. Anyways, we're going to run it one more set because that's all I'm going to need. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to knock this out the park. So it's game time, baby. It's game time. Oh, yeah, we added some weight to the cambered bar. That's it. We'll see how many we're going to get on this one. I just know it's going to feel good. Oh, man. These fucking suck. I cheat on those because get some extra volume. That's it. No break. I'm literally showing you how we do it. Take these suckers, death grip it like a man, all right? Lock it in just like this. Posture decent. Bada boom. Jesus. See, I'm kind of taking a quick break. Put right back on. That way I can get another rep. And that is what quality looks like. And I don't need another set. I don't need 3 sets. I don't need 4 sets, because when you deliver quality like that, it's game over. And your margin for error is so much higher than doing straight sets. Because let's say on that first barbell reverse grip curl, I didn't hit it the way, you know what I mean? Like I was like, I didn't lock it in. I wasn't like a sniper the way we're normally accustomed to being. Now you have the back end to save yourself, but you better empty the clip. And that's how I look at things. I don't look at things as reps in reserve. I don't do that. Reps in reserve. What is that? Oh, dude, but we want to make sure we're managing fatigue. Forget, what do you mean managing fatigue? That's what I'm training to do. I'm learning how to push beyond fatigue. People are like, no, you don't get it. I meant fatigue as in like central nervous. I get all that. That's what training's for. That is exactly what training's for. How do you push beyond that on days you don't got it? I understand. Believe me, I'm well accustomed to understanding what fatigue absolutely feels like, what overtraining absolutely feels like. But it's learning how to push beyond those things that's going to unlock gains, but also that mentality that you're probably after, because that's what training's for. Training is a tool, nothing more, nothing less. The muscles should be just a side effect of the process. That's it. If you look as a side effect, like, oh, okay, like in my head, I really pushed it today. The difference is I'm not an idiot, right? I'm not just talking about just emptying the energy clip, for nothing. No, like I'm doing it for obviously a result. If I don't have the result I want, then I know I need to get back to the drawing board. But once you figure out what works, you empty the clip. There is no like, well, I want to do 4 sets of this today. Screw that. If you can get it done in 1 set, what the hell are you doing? That's genuinely how I look at things, right? And then at a certain point, then you have to up the quantity on the quality you've learned, and then you taper back down by upping the quality standard. That's the game. You constantly have to up the quality standard. At a certain point, you're going to be like, I'm done upping the quality, in which case you're good. But understand you're not going to keep going up a different level until you constantly up the quality standard. And then you continuously up the quantity without compromising on the quality. That's quite literally the game. Let's do this real quick. Boys, looks like it's our time, looks like it's our time. And like I said, I mentioned this, all great things must come to an end. But the good news for you is that we have plenty more videos coming, right? This isn't the end, but this is the end of the masterclass, and it was my way of doing this and trying to figure out in my head, like, how do I actually do this in a way that makes a ton of sense, that you can come back to constantly and it's not like a drag. It's like very, very easy, segmented off. Oh, how did I do this? Oh, I want to learn this. I remember he said this, whatever. My point is this is now yours. This was the arm masterclass. And it feels like, it's just, we're saying goodbye way too soon. But like I said, all great things must come to an end. So with that said, it is the finale. It is the finale, and we are done. And the best way to finish it off is what? Brachialis supremacy, in addition to superset supremacy, of course. But listen, I appreciate you guys being here. And if this is the first video you're catching, by the way, do yourself the favor and go back to number 1. Watch it all the way through. Don't miss a second. I am telling you, and my boys can, listen, boys, you tell me if it's worth going back to part 1 and watching this all full. I mean it. Tell them. Be honest. Even if it's not what I want to hear, I don't care. I just know for a damn fact that that's the case. But I wanted them to hear it from someone that's not me, and it's you. But regardless, I appreciate you guys being here, especially if you've been here from part 1 all the way to part 8. You're a real one. Real talk, man. You're a real one. So if there's anything you guys want specifically, I had kind of fun with this, but maybe we'll do something else that's not necessarily even workout related. It could be whatever. It could be a series on this, or just in general, any video. You guys know the deal. Drop it down in the comments, and if people like those comments, seriously, give those a thumbs up, because I look at all my comments. Everyone knows I answer every single one. Sometimes I'm late, but I'm trying to get shit done. You know what I mean? There's a lot working behind the scene, but I'm always getting back to the comments. So listen, drop it down, and if I see it gets enough thumbs up, I will 100% make a video on it. But as always, y'all, I love y'all very much. Uncle Rami out. Peace!